Hey big dreamers, Dan Sam back here, Lytheracing garage. Gotten a little bit nicer in the last couple days, so we've been out here kind of hammering away at more of the same stuff really. I hope you guys are willing to just kind of bear with us on these ones here. There for a little bit I was kind of getting down on myself thinking, you know, I thought I was done with a lot of this, and I realized I had pushed this one off to the side and started to disassemble the green one to make a little bit of content. At the same time, I was also rushing to get my little bit of space cleared out in the shop to do the wife's brakes on her car before we took off to Florida. So things kind of realigned for me when I was going back and looking at some older YouTube videos. And I was like, oh yeah, man, I didn't finish any of this stuff. So I'm just still kind of pressing away here, really. It's kind of like, how do they say, anticlimactic, I guess, to come in again and do all of the same stuff that we were already doing all over. But hey, this is where we originally started the channel, you know, is just scraping body filler and undercoating and seam sealer off of this guy, so why not keep on going with it, really. But so, you know, while we had a couple nice nights here, I kind of snuck out, got a little bit of this stuff done in here. Nothing too crazy, really, just kind of same stuff, you know, just heating stuff up and going along there, really. Always good opportunities for some time lapses, I guess, really. Hoping it's gonna stay pretty nice out. We had some wind coming in and a few other little storm happening guys going on here. So I don't know if we'll be getting straight to work on this guy as far as welding today, but we really are gonna try to. That was gonna be the point of today's video. I was gonna bust open all the doors and get to welding on this guy here, because I think we got enough like little stuff kind of done here. Here's even the other side of the 110 stuff right here, and doesn't look too bad, honestly. This thing actually had really good penetration, actually even blew through in a few different areas. Like I was saying, this guy actually gets pretty dang hot there, really. And so we'll continue on with this here scraping and, you know, getting this stuff all goobered off here. Maybe we'll swing around to the back. Maybe we'll do a little bit on the back too, because this is look a little bit different than the front up here, and I'll toil away on this stuff on my own free time here. But yeah, so missed you guys though. You know, we're back here another Sunday getting at it. Like I said, man, if you guys give this guys a little shot every weekend, it kind of flows, really. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully we get to weld today. That's what I'm shooting for. Welded. 110. On the chassis. Sheet metal. We're doing it all. We're just that dumb. So it got all the way through here, and shoot, and shoot, and shoot, and shoot. And yeah, let's take a little smoke break. Checking out our work, seeing where we need to go and get a couple more little crusties off there, but looking pretty good. Yeah. This is hard work, man. I tell you guys. I'm getting in all these little booger seams here. Been using a smaller grinder, or a smaller wheel here. It's actually been working out pretty well. It's a tiny little guy too, but it gets down in the cracks pretty well. Got an assortment of those guys too, but never really tried out all of them on any of the other sides. See those little boogers right there, what will ruin you. They'll just contaminate your welds like you have not ever seen. Booger. They are hard as shit to dig out. Like I said, if I ever meet the guy at Toyota that does the seam sealer, we're gonna have words. They're definitely trying to prevent some rust on these guys, but you know, and it might be one of the reasons that this particular one has like 0 rust on it, you know. So maybe I should be thanking these guys here. Fuck eye. I don't think too many of you guys smoke cigarettes anymore too, ever experienced fuck eye. That was quite the fuck eye. Gonna have to clean up down here too. Sometimes when the hot stuff starts dropping on the cool stuff on the ground too, it just creates this huge fire effect. You guys might have seen that in the time lapse there. But yeah, man, it gets pretty smoky really fast. So I'm gonna clean up a little bit and you know, finish off this last little bit and kind of get up in here. Really, hopefully we get all this done today before the wife gets back from her dinner. So we can say that we got something accomplished. It's a big part of, you know, doing things is getting things accomplished. I don't know, I guess this is getting something accomplished, but I like to feel good at the end of the day, you know? All right, that was a pretty good effort for the day. We got all of it eaten up. I don't know much else that we could be digging at right now besides just welding a little bit more, but it's getting kind of late. Yeah, might head in, grab some dinner, that type of stuff. Really, starting to drain down, lose my energy. So we'll get kicking again on this guy in the morning. Yeah, I don't think she's gonna go anywhere, and I think that was exactly what we need to get completed to keep on trucking along on these guys here. The finish of this guy is going to be a little bit more taken down over a period of time. I just really needed to get it to a point where we could start welding some of these seams. But other than that, man, this is about as good as she gets, really. I don't know if I would, you know, this is kind of like one of those videos where if you were trying to tackle this, I don't know if I would tell you to tackle it, you know? This has been a lot of effort, and to tell you the truth, if this car hadn't already been sandblasted, which it was bead blasted, I think that I would have been scraping on this thing maybe for over a year, because there would have been a lot more on this guy. Really, I'm kind of thankful that Nick sandblasted it. It made me just take it that next extra step, really. But maybe not necessary for a lot of you guys out there. Hell, definitely not even necessary for me. I've been kind of like weighing the amount, you know, giving it the old wrist weigh of the amount of Bondo and, or not Bondo, the amount of undercoating and wax and freaking, you know, seam sealer that we've taken off of this thing too. I bet you it's been about 20 pounds worth of this stuff, to be quite honest with you, in between the bottom and these wheel wells here. You know, I think we hit the 20 mark, really. So yeah, I guess that's where we'll call it for the evening here. I got this has not been the first race car I've ever driven, like full-on race car. My father, he had a 280Z with a, I think it was like a 383 in there too. He was mainly doing bracket races, that type of stuff with it.
They had taken off to Cancun for their honeymoon, and they had taken an extended honeymoon of, about 3, 4, weeks. And so we threw a house party at my house. I think I was maybe about like 15, 16 years old. And we're sitting out on the porch, smoking a bowl and talking about life and stuff. And we look over at my driveway, and my parents had parked a Mercedes in the end of the driveway, and then I think there was another older DL, like a DL 380, and a 280Z, or no, a Subaru Brat, and then a 280Z. It was a really long driveway. And it had kind of this arching hill that took off into my neighbor's yard on the south side of the property. And we had noticed that they had put in their fence, but not put any of the cement to anchor the fence down. So we decided that we could get the cars driven across that small hill and driven out my neighbor's yard before he actually woke up and noticed. And so we did just that. We lifted up the fence, me and 3 other guys, we lifted up the fence and pulled it across his yard, and that gave us enough of a corner to drive these cars out without setting off the alarm on the Mercedes. And, for about 2-3 weeks, I was driving to, I think it was middle school, actually, that I was in at the time, in a 280Z race car, and everybody thought that that was pretty crazy, so... So we decided to have one last big blowout with a period of time that would take us to, clean the house properly, that type of thing. So I have everybody over there, and we decide to take out the 280Z for the last night that we were going to be able to have it out before we put it back in its spot. And so I'm out doing donuts in this grocery warehouse parking lot, too. That's going to date me, really. I'm out doing donuts in this grocery warehouse parking lot, and I wake up, and my head is through the safety glass and stuff, and I'm trying to gather my thoughts and figure out what the heck's going on, and then I realize I'm in my dad's race car, and I've just crashed it into something, but I don't know, I swear I didn't see anything before we had actually crashed. And what had happened is they had set the cement pylons for the light posts, but they hadn't quite put the light post on those guys yet. Those guys were still laying on the ground there. So I was so small in my dad's racing seat that I never saw over the steering wheel to notice one of these cement pylons. So I'm, whoa, boom, all the way. I think I was shifting, it's hard to remember, but I think I was shifting from second into third, getting ready to drive this thing out of the burnout too, so I didn't blow up his rear differential. And I think that's right when I hit it too, so a good 60, no, not that fast too. I would say maybe about 45 miles an hour, just straight into a cement pylon. Luckily there's a roll cage in this thing, and I was wearing my seatbelt. My other friend never showed back up at the scene too. He kind of left me there to my own devices. I believe he was sitting on a gas tank actually too, so I'm happy he's okay, but we didn't talk too much after that. So I'm trying to figure out how to get this thing freaking home, and I still knew a couple people in the car industry that were my dad's friends that drove tow trucks. And so I bribed one of my dad's friends to tow me back into the driveway across my neighbor's yard all over again in the middle of the night. And, we get the car back, moved back in position, and me and the tow truck driver, we noticed that he had actually chalked the tires, driven a chalk line from the top of the tires down onto the cement. We were very unsure how to deal with that one for the first couple minutes, but then we figured out that we could jack the car up and move the tires back to where they were supposed to be. Needless to say, this car looked like it got struck by a meteorite, or some other natural catastrophe. A tree had fallen on it, and somehow there was no debris there, or something like that. Needless to say, my father wasn't amused. Like I said, he's in the hospital right now too. This story's kind of for him. I love this guy, and he taught me a lot of this stuff, got me a lot motivated on a lot of, you know, car work just in general, really. And I'm very thankful that that he showed me this stuff, and I'm very thankful that I can share it with you guys, you know. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it. I think that's gonna be the wrap for the night. The wrap. Just trying to stay positive, you know. This shit is can get you down, can work you around inside the brain too, but let's all stay positive. Let's keep those wrenches turning. Turn them wrenches, and we'll all be all right. We'll all make it to see another day. Maybe we'll even work on this thing some more. Love you guys. You guys be good.
And get all the parts that I needed for this right here, because it, you know, needs parts. It's just a chassis. There's a lot of fun stuff that I could be doing here, but I don't know too. I mean, we planned on welding today too, but it's neither here nor there right now. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. I even said that in my head. I was like, Dan, you don't need to do that. I said that in my head. So it's gonna make the blooper reel right there.